Hi guys, it's day 14 of the second round of stage 3 isolation. Look at me knowing what day it is. Just thought I would show you the mask of the day with the glitter. So I'm all matchy because the mask is a bit glittery as well. This is my favourite, I think. I love this mask. I can take it off now. Oh, by the straps, that's how you're meant to do it. I'm just going to drop that on the floor so that I don't get anything on it. And I'm going to clean my hands because that's what you're meant to do when you take your mask off. I had a mask on because I went to Spotlight for the second time. I actually went yesterday after I got my car, but it was just much too late in the day. And I was waiting in line for a while, and then I realised that the store was closing at 5:30 and I wasn't going to get to the front of the line before 5:30, and I could hear other people in the line saying, oh, they have to keep the stores open until we're all through. And I thought, they might do that, but these are people with families to go home to and meals to cook and washing to do and kids to look after. So I'm going to go now and I'll come back tomorrow so that they don't have to at least wait for me as well. Oh God, I've been out in the cold so my nose gets drippy and I can't de-drip it when I've got a mask on. And if you've already been wearing masks and you're someone who has allergies and a nose that drips when it's cold, you'll know that your mask gets it absorbs all the snot, so you end up with just like all this snot all on your mask here. It's a bit gross. That's how we live now. So I went back to Spotlight again today, and I was getting really agitated waiting in line yesterday because everyone was socially distancing pretty well, but there was a guy standing so close behind me that I could just about feel him breathing on my neck, and he wasn't wearing a mask. So anyway, I went back just now, and everyone seemed to be socially distancing quite well. They were all being patient, and like there was a couple of ladies ahead of me in the line, and she said to the person standing behind her, oh, I forgot to get something, do you mind holding my place? And everyone was fine with that. It's all cool. There was one person though, when I was looking at the fabric and I took a tiny step backwards and actually bumped into someone. And so I said, oh, I'm really sorry. And then I thought about it and I thought, no, because if you were socially distancing, I wouldn't have actually bumped into you just taking a small step backwards. So that's on you, mate. So I got some fabric today. Oh, actually, look at this. If you're making masks and you're finding it hard to get interfacing, because interfacing is starting to run out as well, they only had fusible stuff there today, which I won't use. In Spotlight, genius, they're selling these packets of pillowcases. Let me see what it says. And they're made out of, what did I say? Polypropylene, which is what the green shopping bags are made out of, and that's something that you can use as the lining. It's that layer that stops the germs from being able to permeate through. So these are perfect. There's 4 in that pack, and with the new pattern that I'm going to be using, I'll get, because the pillowcases are like like 2 layers of fabric, I'll get 32 masks out of this packet, and that was $5, and that's what they're selling now. Genius. I love it when people come up with genius ideas. I couldn't get any elastic, but I've got enough of regular 6mm white elastic to do some masks. I think it was about 8 or 10. Plus a friend gave me this elastic, which isn't ideal because it might actually cut in, but what I'll do is 2 layers of it so it'll be thicker. So I've got all that elastic, and then it'll be back to the strips of t-shirt. Now also with the face masks on the inside for the channel for the wire, and I've shown you my wire, I've been using bias binding and opening it out and flattening it and then stitching that in, putting a channel in that. I don't have a real lot of that left. Stop doing that, phone. I don't have a real lot of that left, so I bought this cotton tape because there's no bias binding left in the shops unless you want fluoro, and I didn't want fluoro. So I got this white tape that will be fine, absolutely fine. So that was a genius find. That was $6 for 5 metres, and that'll wash well as well. Actually, I might even pre-wash that. And the fabrics I got, so excited. I love buying pretty fabrics. I got some of that, which oddly is the exact same fabric that I used 27 years ago to make hot pants. Remember hot pants? Happy pants, not hot pants. Happy pants. Remember when everyone was wearing happy pants? Just those big sort of baggy, like tracksuit pants? I used that to make happy pants for my ex, and they were special ones as well because they had buttons down the side. I invented that. That's something that I invented. Those, you know how people have the pants now and they've got like Velcro up the side so they don't have to, like they can wear their like basketball shorts and pull their tracky pants over the top, and then when they take their tracky pants off, they don't have to take their shoes off. I invented that 27 years ago. People probably don't believe me that I did that, but I did. I'm pretty sure I was the first person to do that. Anyway, I also got this one. That is super, super pretty. I love that one. Probably going to keep a mask for myself out of that one as well. And this one, I don't really like it, but I figure most people will like it. It's like a patchwork floral. It's pretty. And this one, I love this one. Oh my God. I'm having a mask made out of this as well. It's very shiny. Very, very shiny. It looks like it would be really quite hard, but it's not. It's quite soft. There was another one that I wanted to get. Actually, the fabric that my mask was made out of today, but because of the way I'm making the masks now, the pattern bit is also against your face. So I didn't want to have that, and it's a little bit rough, so I didn't want that on people's faces, so I didn't get any more of that. So that was my exciting trip to Spotlight. I only waited in line for 20 minutes, which I was quite impressed with. I thought I'd be there for about an hour, but they're really moving through them fast. I found it very ironic that I have to go to a crowded store and wait in line for that sort of time to get fabric to make masks to protect people from passing on the virus. Because you know the masks, they don't protect you. You wear them to protect other people in case you've got the virus so that you don't pass it on. I don't think a lot of people are understanding that. But that's what we do now if we're not dicks. But I'm not going to get into all the political bullshit about it. So that's it. I'm going to now cut up pillowcase covers and fabric and make more masks and sell them to people who need them, who can't sew. But I'm loving all the different ways that people are making masks. That you will have seen. You will have seen if you've got Facebook, people making sock masks. I think socks are a little bit too permeable to really offer any kind of protection, but it's better than nothing. And people who are getting hankies or scarves and folding them up and then folding them again and putting a hairband in and using those. That was a pretty genius one I saw. So from tomorrow, it's mandatory to wear face masks. So even if you can't get your hands on a proper, decent, proper mask, you can still make yourself a sock mask or a hanky mask or, whatever. Some people are just using the scarves and putting them around. Anything is better than nothing. And that's it. Wearing is caring. I liked that. I saw that and I liked it. So that's it for today.